Now we will solve one more question on the same topic, moment of inertia, and the given shape is this I shape is given, and we have to find out the moment of inertia about this x-axis and the radius of gyration. Now first of all, we have to check this x-axis. Is it the center of gravity, passing from center of gravity? No. Why? I have told you the easiest way to find out the axis. If I say for y-axis, this axis, y-axis, it is the center of gravity line axis. Why? Because object is symmetrical on this side both, but about this axis object is not symmetrical. This part is smaller than this one, so this point, if I see the dimension, it is exactly geometrical mid, not the center of gravity, right? So it means when we have to find out the moment of inertia about this axis, we have to find out the moment of inertia for this surface. Let's say this is the surface 1, this is surface 2, and this is 3. For all the three surfaces, if I divide like this, now for all the three surfaces we will find out the center of gravity about its own centroid or center of gravity, then we will shift on this as we have solved the previous question. So for this first object, the center of gravity will lie here. We know that it is the x dash axis for this one, and same for this second two, and same for third object. As these are the rectangles, I can give the number 1 1 this to represent. Okay, I will not give number here, this is 3 only. Now we have to find out the moment of inertia about this axis. So we know that there are three surfaces, so moment of inertia about this x-axis, that will be equal to moment of inertia of first plus moment of inertia of second plus moment of inertia of third surface about the same axis. What we do, we have the direct formula. Find out the moment of inertia about the point passing from the centroid, axis passing from the centroid. We know the direct formula, then we will apply the parallel axis theorem to find out about the given axis. So let's see the moment of inertia for first area, this one. Now that is equal to, this is a rectangle, so we have direct formula BDQ by 12, and to shift from this axis to this axis, that is A into H. A is the area of that rectangle, H is the distance between these two axes. So always I have told you B is the side parallel to the axis about which we are calculating the moment of inertia in rectangle. So here it will be 12 plus 12, 24. So 24 into D will be the perpendicular side, that is 6. So 6 power 3 divided by 12. So this is BDQ by 12 plus, now we have to know the area of this rectangle. So area is what? 24 into 6, this is what? Area into h square. H is the distance from this axis to this axis. Now we have the value 24, so 24 direct and half of this. Why? Because centroid will be half of this. We have solved the numericals. For rectangle it will be half of the portion, so this will be 3. So 24 plus 3, this is 27 square. Now when we calculate this, it is coming equals to 432 plus 4976, and when we sort out, we are getting the value of this, that is equal to 105,408 mm power 4. So this is for one area only. Now we will do the same for second surface, that is vertical rectangle. Now we will apply the same BDQ, that is also the rectangle, so BDQ by 12 plus AH square. Now here what will be B? It will be 8, so 8 because parallel to the axis, into D will be the opposite side, so that is 24 plus 24, 48. So 48 cube by 12. So this is the first part, and AH square. Now what is the area of this rectangle? What is that? 48 into 8. 48 into 8, this is area for B rectangle or second rectangle, into H. Now what is the value of H here? As geometrically we can say 24 plus 24 means this axis, it is passing from the mid of this rectangle, right? So the axis, this centroid axis, it will be the same given axis, so there is no gap between the two axes, so it is 0, right? So when we calculate it, we are getting the value that is equal to 73728 mm power 4. Now we will see for the third rectangle, that is the base one. Now again BDQ by 12 plus AH square. So this is B. Now what will be B? Parallel to the axis. This side, what is that? 24 plus 24. So this is 48 into D. D will be the perpendicular side, that is 6. 6 cube by 12 plus what is the area of this rectangle, that is 48 into side 6 and distance h. Now what is h here? Same like the uppercase, 24 plus half of this, because its center of gravity will be half. So this is 24 plus 3, that is 27 square, like this. Now when we solve, we are getting it 864 plus 209 952, and after that we are getting the value 210816 mm power 4. Now we know that I have told you what is the moment of inertia of complete object. That will be the complete moment of inertia after shifting. Okay, so we can add the three values. This is the first value, second and third. Now we will have the moment of inertia about x, given axis, that is equal to 105408 ix plus 73728 second, and then moment of inertia of third surface 210816. We are getting the value equals to 389952 mm power 4. Now the second part of the question is we have to find out the radius of gyration, and we know that what is radius of gyration? We represent it with k. K is equal to under root of moment of inertia about the axis divided by the area. Area is for complete object, so we will fill the same value. We have the moment of inertia of complete object, that is 389952 divided by area of the complete object. So what we do, we can make it area 1 this value plus area 2 this value plus area 3 this value. When we add, we are getting it equals to 816 and under root. So after solving, we are getting that is equal to the value of k, radius of gyration, that is equal to 21.9 mm. Directly we fill the values and we get the value.